A lot of investors I've been chatting with have been surprised that we have not seen the effects of higher tariffs. When could we start to see that?
I think you'll start to see it this summer. Two conversations I've had recently that have really influenced me are with big national retailers. And I've asked them, what were your price increases in May? And they said, basically flat, which is what we've seen in the CPI. And I said, well, why aren't we seeing the impact of tariffs on your prices? And they said, well, because the stuff we sold in May is the stuff we bought in February. And in February, we didn't have significant tariffs. And we're not dying to pass on prices to a consumer who's exhausted by price increases. We're trying to keep prices low. We will pass it on, when the costs go up. But the cost really only went up for us, they'll say, in April, where they didn't take that many goods because of the huge tariffs on China. And in May, where now they're taking 30% good price on China and 10% everybody else. And so those May costs, they're going to come through in August. I talked to a different retailer who said, we haven't raised prices yet, but we're doing a reset in August, and we're going to reset our price labels, right, from one price to another on a rolling basis through August. So it takes time for cost to work its way through inventories to prices. 3-4 months is a pretty reasonable way to think about it. Manufacturers and retailers are doing everything they can not to pass it on because they're not dying to meet an exhausted consumer. But, it will hit in July, in August, and September. Now, just because someone raised prices doesn't mean you see inflation because you've still got an exhausted consumer on the other side who may or may not accept those prices. And so what I've been saying sort of snarkily is it's kind of a cage match between a, emboldened retailer and an exhausted consumer. And we'll see if those price increases stick. And we'll see if they do stick, whether consumers take volume out of other parts because there's no new income coming into the consumer's pocket to pay for it. And so the net of that is whether we'll see inflation or not.
Who pays for the tariffs?
There is a big chain, and it depends on the product. It depends on where your competitors source those goods from. Is it the same country or is it different countries? Importantly, it depends on what the tariff rates are going to be because we don't even know that at this point. But some of it will be caught in exchange rate movements. Some of it will be caught in manufacturers eating it. Some will be caught with wholesalers or retailers, and some will go to the consumer. I think that's all of the above is true. And what you see right now is an extended supply chain negotiation between all of those players. And that's part of the reason why you haven't seen it show up in prices yet, because your retailer is saying, well, we got to negotiate that out. I'm not just taking it. Let's take a month or two and work it out. That's also part of what's happening.